Hello, welcome to the channel, Learn Breezy English channel that I put on Instagram. Hello and welcome. So what am I doing today? I am going over a post that I did today, which shows you 10 idioms that that do not mean what they say, and I will also correct some of the errors. I don't know who did this picture. I didn't do it. Just got it offline. But they made mistakes, and I'm going to go over them. I don't understand how they make mistakes. Check it at least once, and you could see them. So hit the hay is the first one. Have you heard that? Hit the hay. I'm knackered. There's that word again I use quite a lot when I'm tired, exhausted. I'm going to hit the hay. So that means go to bed. And that comes from the early 20th century, where, hay was used for some unknown reason to represent bed. Perhaps you could sleep on hay because it's soft. And in fact, there was, like 1902, they made a sack filled with hay as a mattress. Things were different in those days. And there's also a phrase which is hit the sack. So they're both connected. That still means go to bed. Hit the sack, hit the hay, mean the same thing. So let's look at the next one. Eat crow. Now, I've never heard this in my mind, in my life. And I think that this was made by an American. I think that might be an American phrase, eat crow. And it makes no sense at all. It means to have to admit that you made a mistake. Now in England, we would say eat humble pie. Because if you're humble, you admit that you made an error, and you have to, show that you're not. It's what you did was not correct. So you have to be humble, and so we would say eat humble pie, and that makes sense in a way, because imagine you ate a pie with humbleness in it. That would make you feel humble. But eat crow makes no sense. Put pie in the sky. Pie in the sky. I do know this one, and that means something you hope will happen. And it says here, but is very likely. No, it's very unlikely. Simple error. I don't know why they've done that. I'm going to have to put this onto Photoshop and correct it all, which is time consuming, but it annoys me that they make mistakes like this. So yeah, if something happens and you think it's unlikely that will happen, yeah, that is pie in the sky. Because that kind of makes sense, because imagine a pie in the sky. It wouldn't happen, right? It's like pigs in the sky, pigs flying in the sky. That's another phrase that we have. A drop in the bucket. Now, let me first of all tell you what it means. A very small or unimportant amount. A drop in the bucket. Now, we don't use that either in Britain. I kind of know what they mean by it, because like a drop of water in a bucket, it's very small, and there's quite a lot of water in a bucket. But we actually would say a drop in the ocean. The ocean. There's a lot more water in the ocean than in a bucket. So I don't know who's done this, but we would say a drop in the bucket. So you could think of someone that's rich. Who's rich? Donald Trump. He's quite well known at the moment. Got quite a bit of money. If he lost $1, that would be a drop in the ocean to him, because he's got millions. Next one, a couch potato. You may know this one. Couch potato. It's when somebody is watching TV all the time. So that you can imagine that makes sense. Imagine a potato, like sitting. It's not sitting. It's just on. You can do it if you want. You can, little activity. Get a potato, put it on your couch, and then turn the TV on. And that is a couch potato. Because there are many people that like to do that. They just sit in front of the TV, don't move, and they're there for hours. That's a couch potato. Tie the knot. Next one. That's when you get married. When you get married, you tie the knot. And that does make sense to me, because when you tie a knot, you're kind of locked in with that knot. You can't get out of it, especially if it's a really like a. I mean, I don't know my knots. It's been a long time since I was in the Cubs, when you learnt different knots. But if you do a knot, it's tied. You can't get out of it, like a marriage, unless you get divorced. So you can get out of it. Bent out of shape is the next one. To feel upset or annoyed about something. And this again kind of makes sense when you're frustrated. Imagine psychologically, you know, someone's messed you about, maybe someone's dumped you, and you still love them. And you're really sad about it, and your mind is like, oh God, what am I doing? It's like your mind is out of shape. So it's similar to that. You're bent out of shape. It's not a physical thing. That's weird. A bad egg. A bad egg. That's when someone who behaves in a dishonest way. So yeah, I mean, if someone's a bad egg, you want to avoid them, because imagine eating a bad egg. It tastes disgusting, and people that behave in a bad way are disgusting people. So makes sense. Next one, buy a lemon. I don't know this one. It may be more of an American idiom, but I did my research, and yeah, it does mean when you buy something that doesn't work well. And you know, it says it usually refers to care. Right. In my research, I realised that it usually refers to a car. A car, not care. So another mistake. And maybe I don't drive, so maybe that's why I don't know this lemon phrase. But that's what it means. So if you buy a car or anything, you can say, I bought a lemon. Which again doesn't make sense, because if you do buy a lemon, you know, nothing wrong with lemons. They work. You know, you can use a lemon, no problem. So I don't know. But if it, you know, if it relates to a car, you know, imagine trying to drive a lemon. That'd be difficult. And lastly, to kill two birds with one stone. Now this, I do know, it's something I use, and it makes sense. Well, literally, if you wanted to kill two birds, which I wouldn't recommend, but they were really close together, and you threw a large stone and it hit them both, or maybe it hit one and rebounded and hit the other and they both died, you know, that'd be really cruel of you, but you would have just one throw done. So it's like maybe you want to buy something and you're going shopping, and you can buy the same thing from the same shop rather than go to different shops and wasting more time. So that would be to kill two birds with one stone. So that's that. Hopefully that's helped you understand those idioms, and now I'm going to put that onto Photoshop and change it. Alright, have a good day, bye bye.